This section summarizes what we covered in Chapter 11. Monitor and control project work concerns monitoring all the project process groups, collecting data, measuring results, reporting on performance information, and taking corrective action to keep the project in scope and on schedule. Scope verification involves verifying and accepting work results, while scope control is concerned with controlling changes to project scope. Integrated change control manages change that might involve impacts to any number of project elements. Key elements, however, are the triple constraints of time, cost, and scope. If changes impact completed deliverables, they and their documentation must be updated. Changes are managed through a change control system that tracks the request and its disposition through completion, either approval or rejection. Configuration Control Boards, or CCBs, have the authority to approve or reject change requests. Some organizations call this a change control board. However, for the purposes of the exam, you should use Configuration Control Board. A configuration management system may include a change control system and is part of the project management information system. Lessons learned are an important part of the project's historical information. This should be updated to become the organizational process assets for future projects. Schedule control involves comparing the status of the schedule against its baseline. It also involves assessing whether approved changes impact the schedule and whether the baseline should be updated and reset. Cost control involves comparing the status of the project expenditures and forecast against its baseline. It also involves assessing whether approved changes impact the project budget and whether the budget should be updated and reset. Cost control also involves monitoring project expenditures to prevent unauthorized or incorrect costs from being included in the project. Tools and techniques for cost control include performance measurement analysis, which is your cost variance, your schedule variance, your cost performance index, and your schedule performance index. It includes forecasting, which is the estimate to complete and the estimate at completion, and the project performance reviews, which are the variance analysis, trend analysis, and earned value techniques. And lastly, scope verification is performed at the end of each project phase and during the controlling phase. It results in formal acceptance by stakeholders. Scope verification and quality control are generally performed in parallel. They are similar in that they are checking for correctness of work. The scope verification's primary focus is on customer acceptance of the scope of the work. Quality focus is on the correctness of the work. This concludes the summary of Chapter 11. In the next section, we'll go through some of the topics that are important for the exam.